Welcome back, and please join me in welcoming the five-time top 8 competitor. This is gonna be his time. Bring out the King of New York, DABUZ.
That's right, that's one Mr. Busby himself.
Yeah.
Oh, and he brings out the whole Liquid squad.
Oh no, bro. Not the praise on him. He's just walking up. He's got the Olimar doll ready to go. Might be signaling what character we're going to be bringing to the table.
We get a little precursor. Oh, y'all throw it to the crowd. Throw it to the crowd.
Pikmin!
Oh!
Pikmin 4 coming soon, y'all.
That's ECM's bottom from earlier. Let's go to Buzz. Hey, like you said, 5 times, but so close each time to try and get that W.
And this is the best bracket path he could ever ask for.
This is definitely one of the best opportunities he's got, but he's got to go through quite the opponent before that happens. And you already know, you got to let Broza bring that next one on.
1,000 episodes in, and we find out that the One Piece is actually the 10 pounds of gold that we are competing for today. Please bring out APOLLOKAGE!
That's right.
The man, the myth, the legend, Solid Snake himself with the One Piece. He's got the mask on.
Oh my God.
Oh my Lord.
Wait, that's an imposter.
That's not him.
That's not the.
Is that him?
That's not my King of the Pirates.
Where's he going?
Where's he at? There he is.
There he is.
Yeah.
Give it up for APOLLOKAGE.
With the. Oh, you already know. You already know with the Snake Eater and everything. This man, that is the leader. He is one of the best mentalities you have ever seen.
The squad's here.
Ooh.
Yo, no.
Is it real? Woo! The One Piece is real. And that might go to APOLLOKAGE at the end of this, but he has quite the opponent to get through in his way. King of New York, the Buzz. So many options, and one of the most practiced players in the entire world against the Snake matchup. But APOLLOKAGE sports an insane win record recently as of that summit and many other tournaments. He only gets better each and every time.
Yeah, but DABUZ coming out here with a vengeance, ready to rock against this Snake. The thing is, what character do you think DABUZ is going to be busting out for game number 1?
That is the biggest guess of the day, because in my view, most likely to keep him far away, we're probably going to see the Min Min. I don't think we see Rosa. You could, but it's a bit reckless because Luma's getting bombarded 24/7. Luma doesn't get to stay on stage. Becomes a bit of a nightmare scenario. And then if you want to go Olimar, yeah, you can make it work, but it's going to be still navigating the minefield. Meanwhile, Min Min says, what if I just don't interact? Like, you can do your own thing over there and trade all you want, do all you want, but I'm going to choose to stay over here and have my own damn good time. That's most likely what my opinion is that he's going to go with, but DABUZ, doesn't really matter. He's going to get the job done, whoever he picks.
Yeah, I mean, the last time they faced off against each other, one of the most recent memories was Let's Make Big Moves, where he got a 3-0 victory over APOLLOKAGE. But they faced off many times, both offline and online. I'm just taking a peek right here on the stats data here about what characters he likes to go, and it's all over the place. Even went Bowser once, but maybe that was like one of the online
That was probably online.
Yeah, that was definitely online,
that was
bro.
that was a subscription goal and a half.
But the most popular characters he tends to bust out for this one is Olimar and Rosa. So.
Hey. You know, his former series, Galaxy Gambit, this man is Galaxy Brain for good reason. We've seen so many people get stopped, just known as like the universal gatekeeper of the top 10. If you cannot get through DABUZ, you do not get to sit in that top portion of those rankings. It just does not happen. He's been so difficult to do it for years, and we're finally seeing Prime DABUZ start to show back up again too. Like you said, this is one of his best chances to walk away with that belt.
Yeah, and honestly, he's held that title of Gatekeeper for so long now, ever since like the Smash 4 days. Hell, even maybe the Brawl days.
We're talking like 15-ish years or something like that.
So long. Like, he's really good at not getting upset. In recent memory, things have been changing up a little bit with Ultimate, but especially in the Smash 4 days, like that was like the one Prime dude. Like, he would lose the top players, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Every now and then, someone would squeak in a win, but like most of the time, he was like pretty dominant.
I mean, hey, worst case, do you think APOLLOKAGE got a Joker? Because that might work.
I mean, he might not have found the One Piece yet, but I don't know what we're going to be able to find here. Rosalina.
Is this a... they're looking at phone, so I'm assuming this is a button check. All right, yeah, so... Now, speaking of APOLLOKAGE, again, for me, I saw a lot of APOLLOKAGE early on when he was doing, like, just kind of posting clips up. But the biggest performance was that Super Smash Con Fall Fest, where you saw him come out, started to show up, showing everybody, hey, I could do this too. It's not just me farming all my locals, which, by the way, y'all need to step it up because you are literally paying this man's rent. He goes to every single event, just getting dub after dub after dub, and now recently proclaiming on Twitter, you know, I don't just want to be the best Snake. I don't want to be just one of the best players out there. I want to be the best player. Sometimes people say that and go, hey,
yeah, okay.
you know, yeah, good luck. You know, I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
But for APOLLOKAGE, I hear that and go, you know what?
It's possible.
It's possible. Like, there's a lot of people in the way. Things have not been as, you know, guaranteed for everybody. Of course, Spargo has completely taken over that mantle. But APOLLOKAGE has proven time and time again that is someone you can never sleep on in bracket, and this is why I am super excited to see this winter semis, because this honestly could paint a picture for what we might potentially see in grand finals later too.
Yeah, honestly, it's definitely within their own possibility. And one of the things I've been liking a lot about Smash Ultimate with all the tournaments that have been coming out is we've been seeing a lot of varied winners. You know, we didn't really see that in the beginning of its lifespan. You know, we saw MK Leo kind of running amok.
Who got second? You are like the pseudo
Whoever
winner.
got second, that was like the one. But now it's just like anyone's
First
game.
place was MK Leo. Second place was Game 4 Leo. Third place was Leo's random. Fourth place was Insert.
But now, you know, we're seeing a lot of different players, you know, coming out here. DABUZ is definitely one of those players that finally deserves a couple W's after all of his years of work. You know, he won Combo Breaker. This is another tournament. He's been kind of coming to the FGC events a lot more often because he's been playing other games. Yeah, I believe he entered Street Fighter 6.
He did. And, I mean, he also, like, something that people can, like, not realize sometimes about DABUZ is how good he is. Like you said, he plays other fighting games. Like, he had incredible performances in Guilty Gear Strive as well. He has been picking up Street Fighter 6, much the same as what Riddles is doing. He didn't have the same performance, but given a little bit of time. The only reason why he didn't go as perform as well because he's picked Lily to start, and not the greatest idea right now, but I get the feeling that we won't see that last very long. I think we'll see DABUZ get some great performances in that too, but it looks like the time has finally begun. You can see them kind of chit-chatting it up, get ready to get this started.
Bro, when you're on the big stage right now, winter semis, you've got to like make sure everything's ready. You want to make sure your sound's working, your controller's working, buttons are warmed up. You just got to make sure.
I just remember the origin of, for some people, some people won't even know about this range, but the origin of the DABUZ laptop was years ago, like CEO 2017
He
or 2018.
walked on stage with it.
He had it. This man had every note on you could possibly ask for. It's a very different DABUZ. But now it's all sitting right up here. And also with Last, because Last is carrying the laptop and keeping all the notes with
I was going to say, I wouldn't be shocked if DABUZ was still keeping up with those notes.
Oh, 100%.
But like, he just obviously doesn't make a show of it anymore, right? My man had a 200-page senior thesis ready to rock about how he could dissect your whiffed forward air.
And it worked too.
Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah,
this is a
worked.
lab monster, and we'll be seeing them start momentarily. They're really getting to know each other up there at the current moment. But once they're ready to go, we will be ready to go with you again. Chat, I hope you've been having a lot of fun. We're here at CEO 2023. Everybody in the arena, I hope you've been having a great time as well. We are in the winner's side of this bracket. We've already went through 2 incredible losers matches. It is now that time where we finally get to get into winner's semis.
And you know what? That's where you get your extra life, too. So if you lose this set, you're still in the bracket. Both these players are guaranteed a top 5 in this bracket, even though they're looking for it. And we got a min-min counter pick coming out from DABUZ. This is the choice. And I think you were just discussing this a little bit earlier, Ajax.
This is the one I expected to see as we get ready to start game number 1 of the winner's side of top 8. Min-Min is an incredible option to try and pick up against Snake because all the trades mean nothing. All of this, you got full screen gaming. I'm allowed to stay over here, dragon shots, ram, everything just constantly smacks away. But APOLLOKAGE is one who knows how to sneak in. He will not just zone you, he will box. And look at that, one neutral opening, and he already evened up the match.
Yeah, bringing you from right side stage to the left. And obviously, Min-Min, one of those more unorthodox characters in Smash because of the fact that like the A button controls one arm, the B button controls the other arm, which it kind of makes it, you know, kind of faithful to the game ARMS, her original character game. And it's really cool to have her like switch between these weapons and try to get them out, right? The Dragon's really good at having that long range damage, heavy hitting fire breath right afterwards to try to poke from so long, far away. Ram being like the more quick option you want to throw out there, just something that like kind of curveball on top of it, really good for anti-airs.
And you're not going to see the empowered version too often because it's kind of hard to grab Snake, but when it is there, that is a very early Cypher KO. So that's something that APOLLOKAGE is going to have to be very careful of. Of course, you don't want to jump too much because you're going to get constantly smacked, but up till right now, we'll potentially take it out. So all this work that Min Min has done, the KO advantage is almost always in Snake's favor.
Yeah, and speaking of weapon changing, now we got the Megawatt coming out, which is a really good kill move. I love the use of that there to get rid of the Gigamus, but could not catch it the second time. Unfortunate whip coming out from DABUZ. He's going to get caught by that missile.
That's a scooper duper play right there if I've ever seen one. That was incredible bait. He's going to end up getting knocked out right after that though, and DABUZ evens it right back up.
Okay, just gonna spring jump out of there, up B back onto the stage. I like that. Just managed to, poke a little bit in that shield, force him to jump out of that, use the other arm as the anti-air option to keep him dancing on his feet. Fantastic C4 plants on the left side of that platform, be able to catch him in the air on top of that. DABUZ with the tech chases. What's the answer here?
It decides to give up stage position. That is the worst thing you could do in front of Snake. He could potentially go out there for a forward air, go out there for another downer, which pushes you far enough away. That tether is not that good on Min Min when it comes to the distance. It's pretty solid when it comes to recovery close enough, but beyond that, not so much.
The C4 was also planted there on the left side of the stage. It was actually a pretty good spot for it to be if you are fighting over there, right? If you have the off-stage disadvantage, that covers a lot of options for ledge trapping.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want, because most of the time, Min Mins are pretty much swinging off of ledge. That's the majority how they get up. Oh, he gets the grab. It actually ends up bouncing into the grenade, so doesn't get pushed off stage like he was hoping to be able to find that early swing.
At least we got a little bit of damage on top of that, but now APOLLOKAGE going for a low recovery, easiest punish of DABUZ's life. That grenade actually bought him time to get back on stage.
Was that the grenade, or was that the C4 just blowing up over time? I think that might have been the C4.
Yeah, it was an explosion of some kind.
Bro, this man is the epitome of protagonist privilege. He is on plot armor time, getting back up there, and APOLLOKAGE has a lead, a very borrowed time lead at 164%, but you kind of have asked for a better time for that to go off.
Yeah, DABUZ at this point can play this incredibly safely. Just throw out these arms from long distances. Eventually, the Megawatt or the Dragon Arm will find its mark and find this 164 damage Snake off stage and off screen.
And for, hey, for APOLLOKAGE at this point, all you're looking for is like a straight hit in air. If you push him to around 50, you did your job on the stock. But instead, he's just playing it slow. He's not trying to rush in to get hit by any of these forward airs, because that's pretty much what DABUZ just kind of committed to right now. That still wasn't enough to get the KO.
And this actually puts APOLLOKAGE in kind of a rare position where he, even though he's winning and he's in the lead, he feels the need to play aggressive and have to get in there. They rolled away so far and still got caught by that grab.
Where are you going? Not away from me. That's
Get
the answer.
over here.
Oh, man. MK1's around the corner, baby. Well, right now, at 61%, little bit stressful for DABUZ, because you don't want to box too close, but you have to find some answers soon to be able to get the damage on. But DABUZ knows there's 3 minutes still left on the clock. That is perfectly fine to play to, but hey, APOLLOKAGE has decided, I don't really care about that. I'm gonna go ahead and box you anyways.
Yeah, DABUZ doing a fantastic job of kind of walling him out too on top of this. Look at him chilling on the right side of the stage, hitting him with the arm, recognizes it goes for the hit confirm, and obviously follows up with the second swing on top of that. Managed to go commit to that second swing. There's a little bit of extra lag afterwards, so you gotta be careful. You wanna make sure that hit confirm actually goes into it.
That's right. You get very few times to even get that hit confirm in the first place too against DABUZ, let alone APOLLOKAGE. So trying to navigate this wall of pressure from DABUZ has been a little bit tough. He's already at 105%. He's gonna switch over to Megawatt to try and get that KO, potentially a high recovery nair, but he's gonna get away with that Cypher.
Okay, saw that up smash coming out, trying to catch that landing from Kage. Back off stage, 129. Dragon Arm, not gonna be able to catch that Cypher recovery. DABUZ trying to finish this off right now by swinging the arm constantly from full stage. Watch out for that C4, catches the jump yet again. Kage back off stage. What is the answer? What is the play for this offstage game? Cannot manage to find its mark, but he's still doing a fantastic job of holding center stage.
That was an incredible air dodge time from AK right there to be able to get back on. The up throw won't be the option yet because it's a little bit too early, but back throw will push it back up to the top. He only needs about 20% to find that up tilt pretty soon. So APOLLOKAGE, he still knows the win condition is on board if he can sneak his way through, and DABUZ is making it very tough right now.
It's very tough for APOLLOKAGE to even go for like trades at this point, right? Because of the long distance. What?
What about trades? What about trades? That's a GameStop one for DABUZ, and that is the best deal of the century right there. Stocks are up.
My man bought GME.
Yo, invest.
Did not cash out.
Invest in Scooper Duper. I can't believe that he ended up getting that at the end of that. At 80-ish%, he ends up sneaking that out. That's why you never, ever, ever count out APOLLOKAGE. He keeps his mental composure so well. He knows that he has to play at these high percentages. I'm not going to lie, there was not a world where I expected that to be the ending KO.
He was at 180+% too on top of that. Managed to squeak by that small little victory for game number 1. Is going to do huge for his morale as well as his counter peck rate based on how this set's going to go. Because I'm kind of getting a feeling I'm seeing a trend here where I would not be shocked if we saw yet another game 5.
Oh yeah, 100%, absolutely. And DABUZ, not feeling too good about the way that turned out, because he was able to rack up damage. That was fine. That was not the issue. He was getting the kills. He could not solidify a KO against APOLLOKAGE. So he figures, if I'm going to go to Battlefield, I'm going to go there with Rosalina and Luma, because this is an incredible stage for Snake because he can set up. But because of that gravitational pull, it's not really as big of a deal, and he can get a few resets with that Nair from Rosa.
And this is where he feels most comfortable with, right? Like, even though a lot of players kind of like shun Rosalina now in terms of like the meta compared to Smash 4, DABUZ still feels, I think this is his comfort pick, and it feels like he's almost like one of his strongest characters that he can work with just because he has so much control of Luma. I've never seen a single player control Luma the way DABUZ does.
If I remember correctly, there was something a while back that showed the least played character in the game was Rosa, and that was behind random. Like, that's how little we see.
Random, bro.
That's how little we see this character played. The meta is DABUZ, and that's it. But he still makes it work in his own way, even though she's got to work pretty hard. That Nair gets things done in a day. That gave me an old fright right there with that up air. But Snake gonna survive a little bit longer.
Yeah, and there's some times when DABUZ obviously plays way more passive when Luma's not in play, right? But that was an opportunity where DABUZ recognized that he was in the advantage. No, bro, you saw that sad noise too off of an explosion? Snake is ruthless.
All I heard was finally mercy from that Luma in the back. But that's going to be Luma exiting the building, and here comes the next one. So DABUZ smartly, you just camp it out, you wait it out, there's that up smash, and a significantly better game start for DABUZ here in game number 2.
Here we go now. Stock number 2. Rosalina Luma seems to be the pick of choice happening, especially on the likes of Battlefield. Forward smash trying to catch, just in case DABUZ wanted to get a little bit aggressive there.
Like, there was nothing there, but it looked cool, so I'm going to let him get a pass.
Yeah. I mean, anytime Snake pulls out a forward smash, you always got to, like, hold your breath. You know, your heart's always be stopping, no matter what. He could be on the opposite side of the stage.
The amount of people we've seen die at, like, 40% to that
is
such a nightmare scenario. That forwarder, though, actually, I didn't realize how good that is at covering Snake on his way down, because even if he gets the grenade out, Rosa still has advantage while falling down with it. And so DABUZ playing that very smart. He has a small lead here at 56%. It's not anything to get too comfortable with, but it looks like he's playing so much more relaxed.
Yeah. Relaxed, patient, everything combined, and he's already has a pretty strong lead right now. Snake trying to play from a deficit can be kind of a nightmare scenario for him because he can no longer go for those trades as common as he likes to go for. So instead, he has to play more long range, has to go in and try to scrap instead. And Luma was right there, bro. You have to always respect Luma.
Again, somehow APOLLOKAGE sneaks away from a lot of these scenarios that most people would be dead in. He ends up getting his first KO finally, but that is going to push him back off stage. One solid hit, one back air at ledge definitely takes it out.
C4 going to get dropped there on the right side of the platform, going to prevent DABUZ from trying to walk over there. The explosion can actually cover the entire radius, so if you're below it, above it, you'll still get caught. So it's something you got to be aware, which is why you see DABUZ holding shield for so long right over there. He's aware.
Especially with how tall she is, too. It's so easy to get poked right around that stage. These Starbits are putting in a lot of work. Even though it's a small amount of damage, it keeps him stuck, keeps him from trying to get a grenade in hand to try and move forward with pressure. But DABUZ says, no, I have the lead. You must approach me.
Bro, anytime I see DABUZ going for these empty short hops while APOLLOKAGE is on that platform, my heart skips a beat too, because it's like he's waiting for Apollo to commit to something, right? Whether it's a jump out of shield, a roll, a spot dodge, an attack, what have you. Like he's waiting for something, but he's just holding shield. He's at 200 damage.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. The way that APOLLOKAGE is playing, I think he's getting this next stock first. Like even though he's at 200%, I feel like DABUZ is being cautious, but Rosa's pretty easy to combo, and he might make a mistake. He's getting more damage on right now. If he finds a solid read at ledge, or if he gets maybe another, I think about 30, like right here, he might be able to confirm into that up tilt. But I was proven wrong. I was proven wrong.
Luma out here getting that kill, 200%. Luma been going to the gym, and APOLLOKAGE a little bit upset, gonna get rid of that Luma immediately with a back air.
It's a jacked Luma just walking around, just like, I'm classically trained, bro.
He'd be drinking that whey protein too on top of that.
He's scaring the hell out of me thinking about that.
He got that creatine too, bro. Like he's ready. Here we go, up tilt right on top of the shield. Fantastic.
It sure is gaining a lead right now. It's starting to build up, and currently, again, DABUZ has been playing so much better here. Which normally, when you see Battlefield or this many platforms, you think, wow, nightmare scenario because Snake gets to cover so much. DABUZ just knows the ranges that APOLLOKAGE cannot hit him, and he's just been hovering around that and letting Luma build up damage.
There we go, catches the full jump. Over there, he'll try to apply a lot more pressure. DABUZ just not going for any fancy stuff, no big combos, just catching stray hits, getting neutral wins, and letting that damage rack up naturally because he doesn't need to pull forward. He doesn't need to play aggressive right now because he has such a significant lead against Snake.
I'll tell you, overextension against Snake is the easiest way to lose. You do not want to
That's what he wants.
Yeah, you do not rush recklessly into Snake, especially APOLLOKAGE, who will take advantage every single time. Sitting at 129 to 126, if you get this stock with up tilt and you sneak out like a forward air, sure, you might be able to get back in, but this is definitely looking like the DABUZ's game to lose.
Doing a lot of full hops coming up from DABUZ, probably just trying to avoid any sort of like grabs or up tilts out of shield from too far away. But now Luma coming back into as a threat, so you have to respect it. I actually like that roll coming from Apollo. He recognized that he was stuck between a rock and a hard place. So now coming back in, no dare coming out. That grenade was actually covering his option. That was such a fantastic recovery, but now a Cypher, that was not, because you know, you're just out of resources. You're gonna go down there, clock in, clock out with that down air, and DABUZ is gonna take that game 2 pretty easily.
We talk all the time about how getting through a bracket is a stamina war in and of itself. Some of these matches are as stressful as going through 5 matches in bracket. APOLLOKAGE, though, has he looks very composed from what we're seeing up there. That one was definitely much more difficult. I think a big part of why it works so well is because once DABUZ got control of like one half of the stage, which is normally Snake's thing, he just kept letting the Luma build up damage with star bits, not overextending, staying right where it needs to. Stage control was the name of the game, and APOLLOKAGE could not get through that, because anytime he tried to get a little bit reckless with it, gravitational pull stopped it, or DABUZ already had a forward air out to shut him down. And also, the down tilts were working very well, along with that F tilt to just space him and push him back to the other side of the stage.
It's funny you mentioned the gravitational pull, because that's been such a dominant force within this matchup, like you were talking about. It's so good at just removing projectiles out of gameplay, and that's what Snake thrives off of. So when he can't do that, like, he's got to get in there and scrap, which is what we're seeing right now. Look at that. Going for the down tilt, trying to come in. He just picks up the grenade. Like, no, that's mine. You can't grab that.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he's rocking the lethal Luma tag, and the weapons are all his. It does not matter. There's a lethal weapon on the other side with that Luma, too. So APOLLOKAGE does have a great stage here with the Hollow Bastion. He has the ability, like we saw earlier with MVD, to set up that center platform. You want to be able to control half the stage again. Difference is this time, there's not more places for the DABUZ to kind of hide under. He has to choose the one, and if it's got to be near that platform, there's probably going to be a C4 or a grenade there.
Oh no, okay, he has to go. That was a fantastic recovery. APOLLOKAGE opting to let go of that Cypher really early, because you saw he was a sitting duck. Doesn't even matter though, using the C4 to get back on stage. He's still gonna get caught by that up air.
I'm kind of wondering why the Min was even picked the game 1. I get why though, because
experiments,
yeah, matchup wise it made a lot of sense, but this Rosalina is just been a nightmare for APOLLOKAGE to get in on. He does have him at 85% though, so Nair 1 into up tilt can't take it out, or if he can find one straight up air, which I think is what he's looking for. He's standing next to the DABUZ, holding the grenade so he can pop him up and get that follow up with that up air.
Okay, all the way being put in a really bad spot. DABUZ again, trying to feint out that C4 explosion by going for the jump, committing to the double jump to like kind of feint where he was going to land. Early up B, going to drop that C4 to kind of prevent him from being able to get covered by the landing. DABUZ back in, sending Luma out to do the scrapping for him. He's like, I don't want to do it.
That's the best homie you could ever ask for. We'll walk to the bar and fight the grown man that's on the other side. So I don't care. I got you.
Using Luma as a pawn piece even. He's going to come back out here. 94 damage here. APOLLOKAGE back on the ledge. What is the answer? Throwing a bunch of star bits. Down smash. Not enough to get that kill. Snake a heavy boy. Going to go for that early Cypher to get back really high into the air. Good air dodge.
Perfectly timed air dodge. He had maybe a few frames to make a mistake off of that, but he's got a lot covered on this platform. The problem is now he's behind the whole stock. So that normal center stage control, where it would be a problem, is not the case. We've already talked about it many times this weekend. Snake thrives with the lead. It is very difficult to get that lead currently the way DABUZ is playing. Did he? Oh,
I thought Luma died for that
I
shot.
definitely thought that he like launched Luma into the wall.
It just disappeared.
Just like knocked itself out.
Like Luigi missiled into a head stuck up. And we got an up air coming out. DABUZ now 3 stocks to 1. APOLLOKAGE has to find something to bring this back in, because right now he just can't find the kill.
Yeah, you got to find hopes and dreams and better start making them work, because currently they are getting stuffed out, and this is a thing of nightmares. Right now DABUZ is refusing to let him get any wins, any neutral dubs, any stocks, and even right there where he had a pretty good option of dropping that C4, he aggressively rised with that forwarder, and he still got away with it.
And then before that, he even faded away. So like this recovery, DABUZ knows this matchup like the back of his hand. We're getting those Nikita missiles out of here. I don't even care, but because he was so distracted by them, APOLLOKAGE was able to jump on that, connect the back air at his shield, but we are still playing with a huge deficit.
Again, this is a, wow, that was a quick snatch up. Being able to confirm into that is kind of crazy.
I'm not done with you yet.
You're locked in here with me. That F-tilt's gonna push him away. I mean, if you want to get in the game, you have to go for the big play at this point, Austin.
Yeah, that is 100% what's gonna have to happen here. APOLLOKAGE needs like some big game changer within this, like a forward air off stage at very low damage. He needs a low damage kill at this point.
It's very, very possible with Snake, as we've seen many times over, but the options pretty much on deck are what DABUZ is playing around. He's playing around forward smash tech chases. He's playing around the idea of a forward air off stage. If you're going to hit me, I'm going to be hit in a spot where I can recover high and not worry about what you're trying to do. Instead, he just baits him to go after him, gets that nair, rises with the up air, gets another one. APOLLOKAGE has to burn the jump to try and get back down. He does, but he got hit quite a few times just to get down.
Yeah, and only 37 damage here on DABUZ. APOLLOKAGE can't even go for trades anymore at this point just because of how much damage he has on his final stock. Get that Luma out of here, bro. I'm sick of him.
As rude as it looked, is also such a good idea.
Yeah.
Don't stare at it. You already lost the stock earlier to that. Don't let that happen twice in a row. DABUZ, the fact that DABUZ playing Rosalina as big as she is able to avoid so much damage. We talked about it before. He has so much experience in a Snake matchup, and I think that's playing out right now.
Being that big target, you know, especially on the, the platforms right underneath the center platform on top of that, makes it such a huge boon to be able to get hit by that C4. 146 damage. APOLLOKAGE back off stage. What is the answer here? You're at 150, dog. Like, your maximum rage, you need something to happen. We need a power play at this point because DABUZ is controlling the pace, and this is exactly the tempo that he thrives in.
Like we said, this is the entirety of this point on is just DABUZ needs to lose the game himself. You try to make a mistake, you get a little bit too ambitious, you go on, and then you get punted for it, and that's just not happening. F-Tip will finally do it though. 156, Snake with rage. Has stolen many a games before, and that's not going to happen here today because he asked him, can you dance? He could not tango, as that's going to be APOLLOKAGE going down 2-1 here in this best of 5.
Literally broke his ankles with that down smash. I thought for sure this was like the game turner. Like, wait, here we go. We tied in stocks yesterday at 150, but if you get that that sneaky setup into a forward smash on the edge of the stage, something could have happened. But then DABUZ just pulled out his card. Hey, look what I can do. Ran right in front of him, charged his down smash, and APOLLOKAGE was holding shield, and he held it for so long that it's like, wait, I could get shield poked by this. I gotta eventually spot dodge. And did it a little bit too late because it's such an active hitbox because of the 2 swings. It was able to go through the entirety of that spot dodge and still find its mark.
We got one more opportunity here potentially for APOLLOKAGE. They're trying to keep it moving forward, but you could not have asked for a better decision from the royalty of New York himself. DABUZ going over to his queen, and he's getting the job done. This is a 2-1 lead here in game number 4 for DABUZ.
Yeah, and I don't care what anyone says depending where DABUZ is living right now. He is always and forever the king of New York.
Yeah, it's funny because we always leave out the part of where he actually is.
Yeah, king of New York, king of New York.
No, that's New York.
The Battlefield tri-flats here for the next stage. You know, APOLLOKAGE wanting to go back to these platforms because it gives him a lot of answers to be able to place C4s all over the place, allows him to potentially get some earlier kills on the top of the platform, but that's also going to be a huge boon for DABUZ. You know, he managed to get a grab on that top platform, he can toss him all the way up to the top, up air for days, catch those air dodges. It also allows him to chase after a high recovery on top of that, which Snakes are very fond of.
Yeah, which I'm not too surprised to see us come back to Battlefield here because of that. It's just the biggest thing for APOLLOKAGE really is he needs to find a lead somehow, and DABUZ refuses to relinquish one. He just won't let him get in. Doesn't matter how many Lumas he loses, he's constantly boxing. Normally we're used to seeing DABUZ kind of camp this out with that platform to get back to it, but he's not afraid to go in even when Luma's on cooldown.
And we're seeing a lot of these whiffs, too, on top of that from APOLLOKAGE. He's actually not capitalizing on the Luma being on cooldown, right? We're seeing him trying to get those hits, those bears not finding their mark. DABUZ just kind of being extremely slippery whenever Luma's not on stage. Another explosion coming out, trying to find a landing, catches a mark, gets a second up air, and DABUZ is going to shut that down immediately.
Wasting no time whatsoever going after him. That grenade might actually help him out a little bit, too. And you take those every single day of the week, and look at this once again. Every time DABUZ gets a stock, it's near 50%. He's not getting much. Like, he's legitimately as minimal as possible. That is a nightmare situation for Snake because his whole game plan is to rack up damage with you, but he lives for so long that he takes you out first.
That's like the whole game plan. You want to be able to survive. You want to be able to get through all that. But again, APOLLOKAGE playing at this huge deficit, which Snakes find themselves extremely uncomfortable in. It's tough for him, man. Trying to make him fun. This could be a good spot right there. DABUZ was out of a double jump there for a second. APOLLOKAGE trying to capitalize on it, but you know DABUZ, he's going to fastball back down to the stage. He wants his resources back.
This is why we don't let DABUZ have the laptop anymore. Imagine he had this type of notes and this type of play on these matchups against every single person. The way he's playing right now, this is a textbook on how you shut down Snake.
Nah, he got a 4090 now, bro. He built the tower. He's got tons of notes on there. 5 terabytes, ready to rock here. 114 now for APOLLOKAGE back off stage. What is the answer? What is the solution? Because right now, we got to get in there. We got to play mad aggressive. This is the advantage. This is the time to happen. But DABUZ is so sneaky. with those recoveries, get back on stage. And on top of that, you think he's at, in the corner or whatever, but the second APOLLOKAGE whiffs a single thing, that whiff punish comes in clutch.
Bro, the fact that he had the read on that roll and he ends up being the one to die for it, that's how this match has been going so far. DABUZ has been able to get him to kind of second guess his decisions. This could be bad. He just burned his jump. He's got to go high. He's going to take some damage for this. Or I'm actually a whole liar. But instead, he's going to walk away with it. But still, this is a 2-stock lead.
Just air dodge right through him. Back throw, back off stage. Things are looking incredibly bleak for the hero APOLLOKAGE, using the C4 to get back on stage. He's out of jumps, waits for the air dodge. Up air on top of that, still hasn't recovered it. Managed to finally commit to that fastball, but at what cost? So much damage on the board. And 3 stocks still on DABUZ's table.
Pretty much at the up smash out of shield range. Don't even need it. The nair to the up air has got to get the job done. DABUZ absolutely shutting down APOLLOKAGE. Don't even really know how else to put it, man. That was as best of a play as you can get. And usually you see like APOLLOKAGE is always quick to ask questions, always quick to try and figure things out. But you can see like that one was a bit rough. He's asking him right now, but that was tough. And he's got a lot to learn to try and take him out next time he comes through.
APOLLOKAGE still not finding an answer against the Rosalina from DABUZ. And one of those things is a matchup inexperience. I don't think that was really coming into play. I mean, maybe a little bit, but how many Rosalinas have you played against, besides like DABUZ here on set in previous